Tech.
Ada Tolla.
Giuseppe Lignano.
Virginie Stolz. And where are we?
We are
in New York.
In New
New
York.
York and Brooklyn.
So on the one side, we can say that we love infrastructure. We love nondescript buildings and industrial architecture that surrounds us. We can also say that we definitely are very connected to the architecture of the 1970s. Brutalist architecture that had a large scale, a large mission.
I would add they were also very inspired by art and by artists. We love seeing our career developed for an artist like Richard Serra or Sol LeWitt, or for people that work across art and architecture like Gordon Matta Clark. And then if I think about architects, I also know that one architect is particularly inspiring for me is Lina Bobardi, also because she's a woman and she's one of the first women architects that really emerged. And I think her Museum of Art in Sao Paulo is a masterpiece.
Ours.
Ours.
Very cool.
The picture that we just put on Instagram, thank for you.
It's very strong.
That pictures of the deserted office with the beautiful diagonal lines. We love our office. We love, going back to 70s architecture, an office building that we adore here in New York is the Ford Foundation. And for many reasons. Again, it's a very tough building, completely made out of exposed steel. But it's also very ecological. It has its own ecosystem. It's all the offices look into an interior greenhouse, we can call it.
I also love to continue what I was saying before, offices of artists. And we also think of our studio as a studio because there is a making aspect that is very prominent. I think in particular about the office or studio of Marcus Lindenbrink, a painter in Brooklyn, a space full of light and color and continuous testing of ideas through materials and making and breaking and cutting and carving, and it feels very experimental. I think that that's a really great side of it.
A lot of people are saying that with the COVID crisis, we really have seen that we can do something about the environment. That just by shutting off, we have reduced a lot of pollution. We have done a lot of good things to the environment. So what I hope that could happen is that people can take initiatives in a very creative way, in a way that is not about feeling guilty, that is not about, which is a little bit our philosophy. It's the philosophy of low tech in the reuse and upcycling of otherwise polluting objects and difficult objects and difficult our industrial civilization.
We love a constraint, so I think that any constraint, any situation that appears to be an obstacle, a really difficult situation, has a flip side. And I guess the idea is to hope that something better will come out of it, a different attitude towards things, a different attitude towards each other, in the hope of a more equanimous world. The ordinary can be extraordinary.